Hi Stampers, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics, and I have this cute little Valentine treat for you. Look at that. These are some of my favorites. Russell Stouffer. This is a peanut butter heart. They have all different types, but I just like that it had all these little hearts on it. And this is the set I'm showing you. This is actually in our celebration. It's called Punch Party, and it's in the back of the catalog. Let's see, on page 17. And as you can see right here, it's free with a host code. All right, so if you order $300 of product, and some of you do, I know when a new catalog goes live, we have our mini catalog, the annual catalog, and you can earn things free with Celebration. You can earn this free, and this is for being your own host. So you can just put your order online with a host code, and you've earned this free. Now, I wanted to show you how versatile that this set is. It's got a square postage, kind of a square outline and a stamp. It says, "My heart is wherever you are." There's another oval outline and a stamp. And then a lot of sayings that will fit inside them. "Hope you feel better real soon," "For you," "Oh baby, you are already loved more than you know." A heartfelt thanks for everything. "I'm sorry, you make my heart happy," and that's the one I'm using today because chocolate always makes my heart happy. And then "sending you smiles for every moment of your special day." So lots of versatility to this, and it goes with our, let's see, there is our heart punch pack. Let me show you all the punches. All right, there is this heart punch pack, and this is in our catalog. This is actually returned from last year, and they layer nicely. You have your regular heart, and then you have a scalloped, and I'm using the scalloped one today. You also have the postage punch that will punch out some of these rectangular ones perfectly. And then you have your oval, and this is called your double oval punch. It's in our new mini catalog. And this one layers nicely also, and you can use this for the oval. And if you stick around, I'm going to show you at the end a few card ideas to do with this punch set. All right, so let's get started. We're going to be using today a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock. So I've already cut this to 7 3/4 by 4, and I'm going to get our scoring. Let's put this aside, and we're going to score. Let's get this down so you can see. This is measure 7 3/4 by 4, and all this will be on my blog later for you to get the measurements. We are going to score on the long side at 2.5. Let's do it on this side of my scoring. And also at 3 1/4. And if you didn't know, on these scoring tools, I wanted to show you that one has a bigger ball end and then the other one has a smaller. The smaller one is good for cardstock, but it will tear your designer paper if you use this. So that's why they have a bigger ball, that when you glide that down, it won't do it. Okay, then we're going to turn our box, and on the 4-inch side, we're going to score at 3/4. So right there. And also 3 1/4. And that's it. This is so easy, this box. You can pop a couple of them out of one piece of cardstock because it's only 4 inches. So I'm going to take my bone folder. Whenever you're making a box, you want to use your bone folder to get really good creases. And this is a bone folder. They're in our annual catalog too. And we don't have many scored lines, so it's not too much. Okay, then I'm going to take my little snips, or you can take your scissors, whatever you have handy, and we're going to cut up on these scored lines. And then I'm just going to take a quick little miter, is what I call that, out of the paper so it's angled like that. It just helps the box to close a little better. Let me just snip that better on the line. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to cut up on the scored line, take a little corner, and that's it. Okay, so let's get that out of here. Okay, now this is how your box should look. You have a small rectangle and you have a larger one. On the small rectangle, I'm using today some of our Very Delightful designer paper, and that's a cool designer paper that you can, again, get in Celebration for free. Let me show you in here. It goes along with our strawberry set that's in our mini catalog. And this, let's see what page, is on page 14. And this is the great Berry designer paper. I've used this so much in so many different things. And this red little kind of a plaid is what we're going to use today for our strawberries. Now you could use that one too, or you could use whatever one you want, but this is what I'm using. And this comes with another stamp set called Berry Blessings together, and it's free with a $100 order. So this is free product that I'm showing you today that you can earn on Celebration. So now I've cut the paper 2 3/8 by 2 3/8, and another one 2 3/8, but a little longer at 3 5/8. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, that's the way I want it to go. So I'm going to add a little of my liquid glue. And I like my liquid glue because it gives me a little wiggle room to position my paper. Let's go ahead and put that on. Okay, and then this, we're going to wait a few minutes. Okay, now we want to have, let me show you this sample, a little half moon there so that our product will show. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of our layering circle dies, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. These are our layering circle dies, and I'm going to be using this one that's roughly about 2 1/4 inches, and I'm just going to line it up so that it's end to end and about a little less than halfway down, and I'm going to go ahead and run it through my machine. Okay, so you wind up with a piece like this, and now I'm ready to assemble my box. Now my 2 tabs are going to go inside the box. Okay, I'm going to fold these in and use some of my liquid glue and go ahead and glue it up to the back of the box. And the same thing over here. We just meet up our corners like that. And then this corner, and then maybe just hold it a minute till it dries. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to be gluing the inside part here of our box on these 2 flaps. Let's get that end a little better. And we're going to bring it around the outside of the box like that. And just line those ends up. Give it a minute. Okay. I'll just close up my glue. And then I'm going to take my scissors, and on the corner from this side to the scored line, I'm just going to make a diagonal cut like that. And just go right to that scored line. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I have 2 flaps like that I'm just going to cut all the way up and off. All right. And now we have this piece that we're going to just slide in the bottom, and we're going to line it up. So I'm going to add, again, a little bit of liquid glue so I have a little wiggle room. This just gives you a little bit of time before it dries. I'm going to slide that down in until I get it where I want it, with just a little tiny border of the white showing. See, I can move it around, straighten it out. And I'm going to actually take my bone folder, and I'm going to just flatten it out down and inside the box where it's kind of hard to reach. And that's our box. Okay, now we're going to do a little stamping. I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White. I'm going to take my You Make My Heart Happy, and I'm also going to take this outline of the heart. I have my piece of hair in there. Hopefully that won't get in my, wait a minute, let me take that off. I've been using it a bit. There we go. Okay, and my Real Red ink. I'm going to ink up my heart. Let that ink release for a minute, then pick it up. Pretty little border. And then I'm going to ink up my saying. And I'm going to, whoops, I got a little bit of ink there. Let me get that off. I want that to go in my project. All right, that's a little better. And we're going to put that right in the center of the heart. Isn't that pretty? I just love the sayings in this set. Okay, now I'm going to take the scalloped heart, put it down in there, match it up as best we can. And let's see, and you can kind of see the curves of the heart where you want it. I think that will be good. Let's move it just a smidge more. There. Okay, and look at that cute little heart. All right, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take a dimensional, maybe two, one there and one there. I'm going to go ahead and put this on our box first. Put it right there so the heart will stick up a little bit, but it'll be flush here so it could stand up. All right, then I have my ribbon, and this I'll have on my blog. I can't think of the name of it. It goes with the dog set. Oh, I can't remember. It's a combination. I'll put it up on a video. And I'm just going to tie a little bow, just a small one. And let's get it to come down a little bit. I have it kind of crooked there. There we go. Twist that around. And let's go ahead and cut it. I think that's a little long. And then I'm going to take a glue dot. And this is one of our mini glue dots. And I'm going to just pick that up and then put that right in the corner of our heart like that. Isn't that sweet? And then we have these cute resin hearts embellishments. These are white and they come in red. And I'm going to use, let's see, a little paper piercer. And I'm just going to put another little heart right at the bottom here. Let's get it right. Just for a little added red. Oops, straighten that out. There we go. That's our box. Isn't that cute? Put your treat in. And there you go. Look at that. Aren't they sweet? They're really fast to make. Now, I promised I would show you some more ideas with this stamp set, so let me show you. Get this cleared out. Okay, with this one, I'm using the Dandy Garden paper pack, and I used 2 different designer paper. I used some of the twine, that's the old olive that came with it. Here is the double oval punch, which is this one and this one. And this one I made Hope You Feel Better really soon, because with everything going on, flu, COVID, just catching a cold, or just anything, not feeling good, I thought we needed some get well cards. So that's a beautiful thing you can make. We also have this one. This one, I'm actually using the Fine Art Floral. Now, if you noticed on this, I took one of each sheet, I cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and so these are ready to be card fronts, and I wanted to chop it, so I'll use it. So I put it in one of our clear envelopes, and I put in the name of the designer paper so I remember, and then I can also have larger. Let me show you what I did with some of my other. Like this one, I kept one sheet big in case I want to make a 3D project or a box, and then the rest of it I chopped. And here's the extra piece, because when I cut it down to 4 inch, I still have 2 more inches, because these are, if I cut them by 6 or whatever. So anyway, I have extra paper, so I can use this as trim on my cards. And this is making me use my designer series paper because I, probably like you, tend to hoard. So I am trying to use my paper. So this beautiful paper I used to make this card saying, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. And this one used the rectangle postage punch right here. So you can see how pretty it scallops and it just pops up, and you just color your little saying and then use the beautiful designer paper. So easy, and you have a beautiful card. And I'm going to have all of these dimensions. I'm going to release them probably one a week so that you'll have an idea, and that's on my newsletter. So if you have not signed up yet, just go to StampFUNatics.com, sign up for my newsletter, and I will be releasing these on there so that you'll be able to see them. Now this one, I did use the snail designer series paper I just showed you, and then this one was right here, and it was My Heart Is Wherever You Are. And I just cut a couple out with the postage punch, put this on. Now this, I actually embossed, let's see, yes, with the subtle dynamic embossing folder. It just has a very subtle textured feel to it. But what I did was I used our new blending brushes, and I just blended a little bit of Bermuda Bay, which is the color of my cardstock, on there just to give it some color, because this all has color. And then I colored these in with my Stampin' Blend markers. I did Real Red, and I did, I believe it was Daffodil Delight. So, and these new brushes, let me tell you, are like butter. They are really, really good at blending and just adding color to your cards. And then you can see I used some more of those red resin heart embellishments. So this set, can't say enough about it. I can see me using it for all occasions. There's birthday on there I haven't done yet. Thank you. There's just a lot. So if you find yourself spending a lot all at one time, or you grab a couple friends and put it in an order together under your host code, you'll have your own party and you'll earn this for free. And you'll still earn your host rewards. You'll still earn Sale-A-Bration for every $50. So you really make out pretty well. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. And like I said, if you need any of these supplies, please go and shop with me at StampFUNatics.com. I have a host code, so on there, I don't want to show you the host code because I don't know when you'll be seeing this video, but use the current host code that's on there, and I'll send you out a special thank you. And give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so that you see more of my ideas. Thanks, and have a great day.